I'm Leanne King, and I want to welcome you to Youngevity's Oils of the Month Club, and it is May 2014. And I wanted to give you a little reminder that in your back office under Team Member Resources is this wonderful flyer that you can use like as an invitation to invite your friends over so you can start your own Aroma Share Club. Now we have a different theme for each month, and they're listed on your flyer. This month's theme is called Spring Clean. And the 4 oils that we have for this month is Nioli, Spearmint, Deep Cleanser, and Eucalyptus Globulus. Now what all these oils have in common is they're very good for cleaning, and we have them put together in sets for you. And I love spearmint oil, and that is fabulous for in recipes, and that's what we're going to make tonight. We're going to make something yummy for you to eat. And what you can do at your Aroma Share Clubs, this is 2 cucumbers cut up, and this is just cut up into circles. Now if you have organic cucumbers, then you do not have to peel them, and the peelings are really yummy for you if they're organic. Otherwise, they got that wax on them, you probably want to peel them. And you could chunk these if you want to. And this is 2 large tomatoes cut up. And then, those of you who know me, gotta have your onions, and so I have onions in here. You know, onions are so good for you. They are a natural antibiotic, and they're good for blood pressure. And just, you know, those of you who have onion haters, I have a few at my house, and I just tell them sometimes, well, you're just gonna have to pick them out if you don't like them. And so I just stir that up, and then we're gonna make a sauce. And once again, we're going to do it Leanne's way, where you just pour it over and mix it up. And you can mix it up separate in another bowl if you want to. And this is a 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar. Now, I don't normally use red wine vinegar, but I wanted to try it this way. I love also apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is so good for you also. And then we used some raw garlic. This is about a teaspoon. Now if you have been sick, you can put even more garlic in there. And I have a little bit of a frog in my throat today. But I love garlic, and garlic is also a natural antibiotic, and so that is another thing that makes the salad really good for you. And then we have a little tiny bit of raw sugar. Now you can use stevia if you want to also. Stevia is good, so good for you. And I also love to use honey. I'm not going to put quite all that sugar in there because I really don't like things super sweet. And if I'm the one making it, I make it the way I want to. And then we cannot forget our spearmint. And since I did not quite use all my sugar, I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of a trick. One good way to get your essential oils mixed in your recipe is to pre-mix it in your sugar or your honey or some other carrier like that. So I'm just putting 1 drop, and once again I'm going to put my lid on tight back onto my essential oil so the oxygen doesn't get down in there and oxidize your oils, which is a big fancy word for spoiling in a way your oils. Doesn't exactly spoil it, you can still use it, but it can become more sensitive to your skin, and it actually sort of changes the chemical constituent, so it makes it for different uses. So I put that in there, and I just mix that in there, in that sugar a little bit. And what that does, it just makes it so it mixes in with your recipe better. So you don't just have 1 drop of essential oil, you know, one person gets 1 drop and everybody else doesn't get any. And then I like to always put my salads in the fridge overnight, at least for an hour, so that all the flavors marinate. And we're going to put a pinch of salt in here. I love salt way more than sugar. I just love salt. And then we're going to put a pinch of pepper in there. And we're going to mix it up again. And we're going to put it in our fridge. And I'm going to let you guys see that. I don't know if maybe if you could, you know, close up your picture and you can see that. It is really yummy. And a lot of people are asking me about how do I start my own Aroma Share Club. What I would recommend is that you print off on the flyer and use that as an invitation. And you can put your date and time up here, and then also print off your recipe page that you can find that should be in your back office as well. And you print that off, and you can do sort of like a potluck. They usually are going to have, 3 to 5 cooking recipes, and you can ask each person to do one of the recipes and bring it at your class, and then each of you can assign one of the oils to learn about. And then one of the best places to learn about your essential oils is your Passport to Aromatherapy by Dr. Wallach. And it is a fabulous book. It's one of my most favorite books. And I have marked here spearmint. And I'm just going to read to you a couple of things right out of here. It is good for depression, indigestion, dry skin, headaches, nausea, sore gums, and obesity. And different ways that you can use it. You can put it in a carrier oil for like a chest rub. Now for those of you women, you want to put your chest rubs from here up, or have someone put that on your back, because you don't want pulling toxins through your breast tissue. And also for small children, make sure that you only have about 2 to 3 drops to 1 ounce of your carrier oil. The other thing you can do with it is diffuse it, and it blends really well with basil, lavender, peppermint, and rosemary. And speaking of basil, a basil oil, a couple of drops of basil oil in this salad, if you happen to have some basil oil on hand, that would make this even better. And I would possibly even go get some basil out of your garden or get it out of your grocery store, and you could get some spearmint leaves, and that would even garnish it and make it a lot prettier when you guys have your club meetings. And I want all of you guys to start your own Aroma Share Club. You will have so much fun. You will learn so many different things about Youngevity's essential oils, and it will just make your life a lot happier and healthier. Thanks so much for coming, and welcome again to Youngevity's Aroma Share Club.